A live look between the hedges. Sanford Stadium and Athens. This is anything but a run-of-the-mill early season matchup. A clash of top 10 teams as these two will get their oil checked early. The Sooners ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Bulldogs offense will have the first crack at it in this one. And here are the guys who make it go. Just an outstanding offensive line.
And it's amazing every year, man. We do these games and we've done them for so long, and year after year, you can just hang your hat. Like this group up front on the offensive line is going to be physical. It's going to be tough. It's going to start there. And Palmer, it's no different in this context.
They've done such a good job, I think, too, developing guys up front, because they're not always getting five-star talent, but this coaching staff, year in, year out, they're able to get the most out of these guys, get them in the weight room, get their weight up, work on the technique, the fundamentals, and they all work so well together. They're so well coached up front, and no different this year with this unit.
Fires to the tight end. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them. They're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation. Beautiful throw out in front of the target.
And the Dogs will have it first and 10. Running inside, it's Temple. Plows through the defense. Stop just inside the 25. We'll mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a first down. And those hairy Dogs taking a bite out of another first down.
You don't usually find Georgia teams that complicate things. They know who they are.
Might have a chance. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line. At the end of that play, there is a Sooner who is slow to get up. And the Bulldogs trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. The snap sets up the throw. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And this D's given up a lot of yards, and it looks like a failed possession. But right here, they get a chance to save it. Nice job. They're forcing a passing third and goal situation here. Got to stay sticky to these wide receivers. One more down, and it would look like a really bad possession can turn into a field goal and a win for this defense.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. And they decide to trot out the kicker from the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. And he missed it. No good. And after the miss, guys, the score stays right where it is.
And that's just a chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Back to pass, it's Mateer. Quickly complete. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
They'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Sooners will bring the punt team onto the field. Oh, that punt has been cleared for takeoff. Look at it go. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. A blown opportunity, missing that short field goal on the last drive, and now they'll try to put something on the board here. To the air on first down. And just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one.
This is a team right now playing with tons of confidence because of how much their defense is dominating. Just look what they did the last time they took the field, and look what they're doing early in this game. They've got dudes flying around making plays. They are a tough unit.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. That's caught. It's Taylor. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Big picture, guys, this certainly isn't an all-or-nothing game. Long season ahead. But how much fun is it to have a top-5 clash like this one early?
It's so much fun, and you don't have to be a fan of just these two top-5 teams. If you're a fan of college football, you're honing in on this game because you're going to learn a lot here, David.
Yeah, and the fans are going to be like, overrated. This is why the preseason polls stink. We get a chance to prove ourselves with some of these teams that hasn't done a lot on the resume yet. Now, today is a resume builder.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The Dogs are flying down the field. Back to pass, it's Stockton. Setting up the screen. Gets away from one, finds room. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. The Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Looking to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
So now it's 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. They get to him as he throws.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Under fire. Another incompletion on 3rd down. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. This try will come from the left hash, and he'll try to curl it in from 38. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Finds his tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. It's Carter. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. The run inside. It's Robinson. Maybe some room here. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. And the Sooners getting set on 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. And the catch along the sideline will come up a little short of the 1st down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job increasing it. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Wants to throw. It's Mateer. Tight end finds a soft spot. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Man, this defense just has so much speed. You saw it on that 3rd down play. The offense is trying to get a quick one, see if they can get a block and maybe spring a guy free, but the pursuit, wow, that was so good defensively.
They're going to send out the field goal unit, and that kicker will have to launch a rocket. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Oh, the attempt is no good. So after the missed kick, it's still 3-0.
Man, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal, miss, make, rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. Got a man in the middle. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chain. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Here comes the heat. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Pulls it in. It's Riley. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to him in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And the Dogs come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the 1st down and get the sticks moving.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
And the Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Forced out of the pocket. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire.
Well, this defense is not going to be patient with this quarterback. They know that they have to affect him, and they have to dictate to him. So that time, they send the blitz. They're not even giving him an opportunity to sit back there and peruse the field. They flush him out. They're able to rally to him, get him down to the ground. I like the aggressive nature of the defense here.
They want a little extra time to think over this 3rd and long as we've got a timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Stockton. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. Right down the boulevard, it's good. The lead now 6 here in the 2nd.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Here comes the Oklahoma offense. They are searching for any type of answer they can find, down 6-0. Off play action on 1st down. Heaves it deep. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
Got his man. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. He goes right back to the air. On target. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Makes the grab on the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Trying to beat the D deep. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and then the second one, usually.
Here's a little room there. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nope.
Makes the grab in their space. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown Sooners!
And that's a deflating end for this defense to the first half. You're trying to hold them to at least a field goal attempt, make the clock maybe run out, use it against them. They couldn't do it. They couldn't stop this offense, and that quarterback just delivered and took the momentum in this football game.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Finds the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. To the air, it's Stockton. Throws to the tight end. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Bringing it back. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead. But with that interception and with that return, the deep...
He caught it. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Now a timeout call by the Sooners. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Here's a heat. And he'll sail it way too far for everybody.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Makes a grab. And they make the stop just short of the line to gain. Inches to go. It'll be fourth down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. So they are denied a touchdown on this drive, but they'll try to put up a 3-spot before the break. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Smashes it between the uprights. They take a 4-point lead here in the second.
Well, you're always going to wonder what woulda, coulda, shoulda happened on 4th and inches had they gone for it. But with this kicker, I like taking 3 points and putting it on the board.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Just a precious few ticks remaining. This likely the final play of the first half. It's 1st and 10. He'll set up to throw. Fires one high and deep. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. They'll start on the ground with Xavier Robinson. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on third down. Scanning the field, it's Mateer. Skips away from pressure. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. This is a designed run. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
And You gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
The Sooners are marching down the field. The RPO, it's complete. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion when they lost yardage. After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
Buying some time. Tried to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job. There's no gain on the play. And the Sooners will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And they won't be able to down it. It goes into the end zone for a touchback. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt. I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Phillips. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. Georgia comes quickly to the line.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Looking to throw on first down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense, or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
You want to know why this team is losing? Look no further than this statistic, guys. Their best receiver doesn't have a catch yet in this game. There they try to go his way again. The defense has completely shut him down.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Quarterback making checks. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Just keeps slinging it. Makes the grab over the middle.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Wanting to move the chains. Here comes Georgia on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Breaks a tackle, and he might go. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Oklahoma. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
Now we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're late in the 3rd quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive. They've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
And I'll tell you what, when you drop back and you know you got that slot work in the middle of the field and you know how fast he is, you just wait for him to come open, throw that strike, and you know he'll take care of the rest. Nice throw, nice catch.
Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds. Georgia lining up to punt it away. We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. We take a moment to look at the stats of what has been a tight ball game. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Great place to start for this offense. To throw, it's Mateer. Looking to the big tight end. Incomplete. Big fight for the ball, but it falls to the ground. Sometimes a quarterback just needs to turn the ball loose. It was like he tried to guide that one in, and it disrupted the timing.
Yeah, and just like in basketball, when you shoot a shot and you start trying to aim it, you really, really miss. You know, quarterbacks, they got to quickly be able to recognize, do I need to fire it? Do I need to put a little air underneath it? And it's just a tough thing for a quarterback to be able to do, but over time, you see they have less and less mishaps like that.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. The throw, right on the money. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. The give on the counter. Pulled nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. 6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves them with 2nd and 4. They'll go right back to it. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. The Sooners back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. The play action fake. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Right on the money, and he makes the grab in the end zone. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Yeah, salt into wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but he lobs one high down the left side. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming.
We're talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight. They thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game, and one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Rushes on him. Got his man in the middle. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Working the middle. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. Georgia going back to work with another first down. Back to throw, it's Montgomery. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly, maybe picked up one on the play. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Pulls it in, it's Humphreys. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. Wants to keep it in the air. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Dogs! A great catch and run for 6.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that. And once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. They were trying to steal a possession to draw a little closer in this game, but the ball didn't go 10 yards, so they'll take over the football with the lead. He'll take it himself. Quarterback gets the first down. There he goes. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Pulls it and runs it again. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and goal. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still, just a very short gain. So the defense trying to maximize their clock management. They use the timeout here, and the 2-minute stoppage is coming.
And the offense, they don't choose to go downhill, be physical. They try to get it on the perimeter. Stay away from some of those defensive linemen, but you can tell DBs, linebackers, not scared. Nice job playing fast, trusting their eyes, and forcing a 3rd down.
And that was a high percentage completion and a low efficiency pass. They lose yardage. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. There is no doubt. At this point in the game, this crowd knows how big this kick could be. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
I really like the decision by this offense, because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got out of trouble and throws. Makes the grab. It's Taylor. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
And he's got enough for the 1st down. It'll be at the 35. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. To the air on 1st down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Such a hard position to be successful in when you know you need 2 scores and it's under 2 minutes. The defense, look at them. Great job playing pass, understanding the situation, breaking on the football.
Got room on the return. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Would they go for a big play on 1st and 10? They try to pop a run on the draw. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Running inside. It's Robinson. Makes it past the marker. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to put a bow on this one. Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. Couple of teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the underdog.